Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Pro StarCraft 2. I'm the Dragooner, and today I've actually, there's a few announcements I can make hopefully they don't go too nuts at the start here. First of all, I finally learnt that the GameHeart UI has hotkeys. So now I can show you all of those fancy things that everyone else knows how to do, like the units lost tab and the income graph. As you can see, was GuMiho slightly quicker to get his first worker built there? Hard to say. Regardless, we've also got a slight change of tournament now. These games are coming to you from HomeStory Cup 22, not HomeStory Cup 21 like previously, which, I mean, amongst other things, makes the recording process an awful lot easier. As all I have to do just open the game rather than relaunch it every time there's I want to go watch a new replay. And of course, with that, I would also like to ask if for some reason you are actually enjoying this to please give us a like, and maybe other people will want to watch then. Who knows? Regardless, GuMiho going for the quick expansion here, and likewise so is Reynor, so nothing much will happen here for another few minutes before the barracks and spawning pool finish, so we get to experience more workers being built. And overlords wandering around. Still not seeing much, unfortunately, but, well, the spawning pool and the hatchery is almost finished. Mountain will be done soon. And immediate Reaper. So at least we'll have something to watch as we're sitting here wondering when the actual game's going to start. I'm sorry, I never introduced our players, did I? I'm a special kind of caster. Up at the top right, playing Zerg, is Reynor. Everyone's favorite, like, 19-year-old Italian, I think he is now. Something like that. And the Zerglings moving across the map with the Overlord scouting. It's in the blue, playing Terran, GuMiho. As he sees the Zerglings pushing across the map with his Reaper. They were probably wondering what was taking the Reaper so long to come across the map, to be honest with you. Just going, is he getting a quick third? That seems a little bit keen. And, of course, he is getting a bit quick third, but he did put their factory down first, so not too ridiculous. As one SCV goes down. And just one. Oh, but he gets into the base. The Reaper's gonna not clean this up because he's too busy getting out the way of the factory coming down. Okay, now he cleans it up. Doesn't manage to get another worker. Link speed's about to finish. All that normal good stuff. Queen out the front here, spreading the creep down. He wants to get that down to the third. So that Queens will actually be able to do something. Overlord sees the third command center building. This throws the grenade down. I can never remember if that actually does it deals 5 damage. Crippling damage. Gonna run past the Queens there. Well, with 2 speedlings following after him. That link, yep, he's not long for the world. Just a handful of lings out, working on that drone count. Building more Queens, as every good Zerg player does. Lair down yet? No, still no lair. Not much gas either, at this point. Lots and lots of minerals. What we got here on the other side? Reactor Hellions pumping out. And the tech lab factory going down. Barracks building a tech lab as well, so gonna be a bunch of aliens into bio, I guess, as Viking on Overlord patrol. Queens will slowly make their way over, but I think this Overlord's going to go down first. Oh, never mind. Transfuse. As the Hellions on the other side continue to try and make me look like an idiot as they're going to run around. Viking, still doing nothing. Hellions, regrouping for more Hellions. It's up to 5 Hellions now. Barracks finishes. What have we got? Is it researching? No, not yet. Must be doing every bronze Terran of getting to do anything while he desperately micros 3 units on the other side of the map. 4 coming down now, that's interesting. Can't say I expected that one, as, never mind. I think GuMiho's just going mech here, as he's got 2... He's getting medevacs as well. Whoop. Hellions ran across the map, and... Yeah, that's the wrong units lost. Got some Lings, but no drones there for the loss of 5 Hellions so far. That's not great. The Queens just laugh and continue pushing creep across the map. His Zergling's running in towards the 3rd. I don't think... Oh, but he forgets to micro. Will they get it? Yeah, there's not a lot of health on those Hellions. As the Thor on the high ground is going to make them back away. Sadly, the UI didn't fix the medevacs. I'll have to try and work out why that doesn't work at some point. But regardless, Hellions poking in the front, see about 18,000 Queens and decide that maybe there's a different route to take. I'll swing around to the bottom now with the medevac desperately chasing after them. Opening up the... Getting Magfield accelerators, so getting some cyclone soon. Getting Banshee Cloak, I think that is. As Hellions gonna lift up towards the main as the Thor drops into the main now. Gets a couple of drones. Gets picked up and leaves. Meanwhile, the Hellions in the natural gonna turn into Hellbats and then roast some Lings and then immediately die. 3 drones all up there, and I'm not sure that was worth, and I'm not sure how many of those were killed by Thor, to be honest with you. Thor's doing some work, the Hellions, not so much. Gonna... Oh, will he get the Overlord? He shoots down an Overlord. And a couple of Lings. Inflicting some heavy emotional damage on Reynor there. But, behind it all, Reynor's... Oh, okay, both of them are on ridiculous numbers of workers. Creep spread might be brought into play here a little bit. The Queens are probably gonna... They want to shoot down this medevac. They probably won't, though. And... Well... You're not gonna fight those Queens with a handful of Hellions. You're gonna need a bit more to deal with that as they hear some siege tanks. A lot more Hellions. He's going full in on the Hellions. On the mech here, sorry. I do wonder if that was meant to be... Okay, got Blue Flame almost done. Got Magfield Accelerator, Smart Serve. He's just getting all of the upgrades here. He's just selected all his tech labs and gone everything, please. As Hellions are running around. They haven't got quite... No, they do have Blue Flame now, don't they? Yes. Getting Vehicle Armor 2. So, definitely set a priority there. Building some Banshees. These will be Cloak Banshees. Building Thors 2 at a time at the moment. Hellions run down. Yeah, those Zerglings aren't gonna do very well against... Although, he did get the surround. Yeah, so he's gonna clean that up. He lost a fair few Zerglings for it, though. It's still worth it. And, yes. Now the Hellbat Patrol starts, and, yeah. Zerglings don't do too well against the Hellbat Patrol. as the Thor dropping continues. But, that's a few swarm hosts. They're gonna do pretty well against Thors and tanks. These Hellbats are gonna be useful, they're gonna be good, but... yeah. That Viking chooses death. Cloak Banshees now, moving in. And, I think GuMiho... sorry, Reynor's just gonna have to pull back a little bit there. Uses the Corrosive Bile to cover his retreat. And the creep sweeping begins. As he takes another base. Double expand... no, just single expand. Getting the planetary up in the top left. Banshees fly through on more creep patrol. Queen's joining the army this time to help protect. But we're about to see another wave. Or he could just, you know, right click on these. Okay, gets the lift in time, so he can't just right click on the command centers. But now the siege tanks are going to be under threat. Get some... well, killed some units there. To remember my hotkeys, my apologies. Gotten some tanks. He's been more efficient, which is not something I'm used to saying when a Zerg is in the game. These swarm hosts, if GuMiho doesn't do anything about them, and I mean, right now he could, if he just sent his Banshees in. Medevac with Thor is going to continue. Oh, more locusts coming in. They're going to jump on top of these missile turrets. The Cyclones running around the back. And these swarmers just continue getting value. And they're right on his doorstep as this base is just going down. Meanwhile, as the Cyclones poke in, don't get much done. This is before the... yes, this is before the new patch, so that upgrade still only applies to armored units, which is basically nothing. Banshee is going to fly around. Sees this base here. Not going to be able to do much about it as Zerglings just roll in. Cyclone's getting surrounded. Yes, there's a lot of Thors, but there's also a lot of Zerglings, Locusts, Roaches. Gonna back off for now, but... well, GuMiho's not getting a huge amount of mining done. He's gonna push the creep back a little bit here, but he's pushing it back from his front doorstep. This base is only exists because nobody can be bothered with it. Whereas, you look at all of the bases on the other side, on all of Reynor's bases, and most of them are mining pretty comfortably. And, okay, that is a lot of Thors. That is approximately one Valhalla of Thors. But, I mean, at this point I'm just expecting 150 Zerglings to run in and just surround them all. Because, yes, I mean, look at Reynor's bank. It's floating 4,000 minerals while maxed. And GuMiho's gonna have to try and get something done with this here. There's a few Hellbats. They are gonna be able to melt through all of these spine crawlers. But here come the Banelings. Rolling on in. Gonna... these Viking... these, oh, and here come Locusts as well. Those are gonna be a pain to deal with. And the Roaches. Ravagers. Throwing in the Biles. Coming on in. More Locusts coming in. And... well, that's a couple of Thors dealt with. One of them's on 10 life. Yes, he's gotten the base. Yes, Reynor has to deal with this. Yes, this Banshee is being a massive pain in the ass. Queens will get to it eventually. The Swarm Hosts will get another wave of Locusts. These Zerglings are going to come into the top left and deny this base from mining again. Meanwhile, these Thors are ponderously moving across the middle of the map. They're not going to save this base. Against these 3 attack... The Adrenalings? Adrenalings. Yeah, that's a dead base. And more Thors taking more damage. Another one went down. And Reynor's just controlling the map now. Just denying mining all over the place. It's almost impossible to keep up with these Zerglings and Banelings running around. His Thors are... Well, they just had to come home. And... Yeah, you got a Banshee. You can kill all of those Lings eventually. But... The Zerglings, if they don't want to die, they won't. He just rolls in. Oh yeah, just the casual 20 SCVs. Oh wow, that's a lot of Roche Ravager. Sorry, let me rephrase that. That's a lot of Ravagers. They're just rolling in, giving the Banelings cover. Zerglings run in, kill another bunch of SCVs, force the lifts. And yeah, there's a few Thors and Hellbats up here. These Queens are almost enough to deal with that. If they're on creep and don't just die. Oh, okay. Yeah, one Thor on his own. That'll go down soon. He's still here. Okay, we're moving in a bit of a base trade here. GuMiho this is his last chance here. He's got to do something with this push. And that's a lot of Zerg. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the Zerglings. Just run in, surround the Thors. That's game. No coming back from that one. 1-0 to Reynor. I'll have to have that updated for the next game. Alrighty, on to game 2 now. We're over on Inside and Out this time. GuMiho's in the top right. GuMiho in the bottom left. Standard intense watching of the Overlord as it slowly proceeds across. No, just kidding. Instead we're going to stare at an SCV. Yes, early game and no one's cheesing. Gotta sit around and pretend I know what I'm talking about. Regardless, I do enjoy HomeStory Cup. It's yeah, okay. Let's be real. I'm filling in the early game, but it must be said that I still find the story of HomeStory Cup. Yes, I'm saying story a lot. Deal with it. Just amazing. It's hilarious to me. Well, that was a fun tournament. Hey guys, want to have another one? That I am pretty sure is just about literally what happened the first time. And now it proceeds to be pretty much like I said before, the most gamer of tournaments. And as such, I'm going to continue casting it, at least for another little bit. Who knows, maybe it'll be announced the new patch actually will be a Katowice, and I'll have to try and find some replays on that so that I can pretend to know what I'm talking about. All I know for sure is that things are a little bit different down in the Meta Leagues compared to here. Yeah, I've actually been playing a little bit more recently. I think this is probably the first season ever where I've actually been ranked with all 3 races. I did play random a little bit way back in... Was it Wings of Liberty? Or was it Heart of the Swarm? Early Heart of the Swarm. I'm not sure which. Either way, it was a long time ago. And instead... we now have this. And, let's have a look. Okay. Going for a factory second. Couple of Marines. I assume they're there to check to see if the Overlord's cheating. Got a handful of Zerglings on the other side. Where are these guys off to? Well, Reynor's getting his 3rd reasonably quickly. These Lings are pushing way across before speed is done. But they, oh yep, nope, they see the second set of Marines and decide that that ramp's not worth running up. And GuMiho sees that it's just a handful of links without speed. So he knows he's got nothing to worry about either. As the Queens begin production, third base is going up. Second barracks getting reactor Hellions. Starport coming up. Question is he going to build a medevac to drop him in the back, or is he just going to run in the front door? Gonna be a few Queens up in a minute, so we will have to see. The Marines are running in. Are they gonna pick off a Queen? They will pick off a Queen. That, well, now there's a flood of Lings, and these Marines will die, especially now the speed just finished. Although I guess seeing the timing on that is kind of convenient. Hellions poke in. See if they're too late to save the Marines. Sit outside the front and probably wait for reinforcements, considering that GuMiho is still pumping. God, could you stop following on rocks, please? That would be great. So yeah, he continues. He sees 3 Queens and goes, 4 Hellions probably can't deal with that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, they about 12 or so Zerglings, 10 or 12 Zerglings that are gonna stand around. Notice there's a Hellion. You see the Overlord. As these Hellions continue running around, getting spotted by Overlords everywhere they go, and running away. Because it's got these roaming Hellion packs, up, Vikings going to, something to say about these Overlords flying around. As Zerglings also have something to say about, you know, GuMiho having a natural. But Hellions will run back in, clean all of this up before too much gets done. And life continues. Getting cloaked Banshees now. There only one Banshee? Yeah. Only one Banshee. Oop, Hellion squad driving in the door here. Shoot a Queen, leave. The Viking continues flying around looking for Overlords. Yeah, what have we got in terms of detection? We have a lair coming up. There's a Spore in the natural. And a Spore at the third, so this probably won't get a huge amount done. Another Overlord's gonna go down, which is annoying. These Hellions gonna see a lot of Zerglings and a lot of Queens, and they'll probably get out there, but they're gonna take some losses they didn't really want to take. Yeah. Heavy damage on all of them, but not a lot of actual damage. And meanwhile, the Banshee almost died. An Overseer now? No, but there's one morphing in. Probably flew through too near for Creep Tumor. Sorry, it's more Creep Tumor. What is this, Brood War? Sorry, that's Creep Colony. No. Creep Tumors do not provide detection. Jesus Christ. Every non-Zerg player just winced in fear at that thought. However, I think this is not gonna be long for this world. The Queens are spread out now. They're ready to deal with this. There's an Overseer. Oh, yep. One. Will the second one go down? Not quite. Almost. But it's almost dead. The cloak is basically useless now for harassing. There's spores everywhere. Overseers are out. The Queens are patrolling around. And instead, GuMiho's going to transition into Bio. He's got his 5 racks, he's got his siege tanks, he's got his medevacs, he's got his double upgrades coming along. He's got the base down. Viking is just patrolling around, making sure that no one's able to hide on any pillars and do some scouting. Spotting supply depot out the front. That'll get killed by Zerglings if any counterattack ends up happening. Siege tank Sets up here. Gonna shoot a creep shimmer? Or is it... Oh, he put in range, but he won't have vision. Yeah, not quite in vision. But Marines sweep down here. They're gonna run into a bunch of... Yep, they're gonna have to get picked up. That Marine... Oh, nope. All of them get out. And the... bunch more Zerglings. Couple of tank hits. Clean up a lot of Zerglings there, but... no huge amount, I think, is going to happen for the minute. Just clean up some creep, pick up, leave. As the great wall of supply depots is being built over at the 3rd. Gonna guess eventually he'll go to the top left for his 3rd, but who knows? As Reynor is just got about half the map firmly under his control. That was a few Marines going down there. That's not ideal. As the tank was blasting away at some creep tumors. That's a lot of Zerglings. As a few Marines here get cleaned up rather easily, and now the tank is going to get absolutely obliterated. Both tanks are, in fact, going to go down. Oh, yep, no, can't save that. Marines stemmed in, but could not do anything. Another big push here. There's just two massive packs of Zergling Vein running around while there's got some fire bats now, but those aren't brilliant against the Banelings either. Pushing in, cleaning up some creep, but he's gonna have to get out of there because that's a lot of Zerglings. These fire bats are not gonna be... Oh, well, this push is just battering down the hatches. Cleans up all the tanks. Will get forced back, but that's been a lot of damage inflicted. Look at the shift B. No, that's the wrong button. B. No. There probably is a button for it, but we'll see this. Sorry for forcing us to sit through all of that again. Here to see tanks clean up, Banelings bust down the gates, and then the tanks just go down as well. And we've had a lot of Zerglings go down so far, but at the income, well, you can see the point where all the mules got dropped, but you also see the point where Zerg just... Oh, another in-gap fight happening here in the middle. Cleans out a bunch of Marines there as well, I think. But forced back again, just picking off what he can. Planetary is up at the 4th now. But it's playing against 5-base Zerg. And 5-base Zerg that's kind of been the one on the offensive. These Marines get taken out, 3 medevacs picking up, and another attack here at the 3rd. Sides against it. Doesn't have enough to push into that many Marines with that sort of protection there. 6 base going up now. Reynor. Just got his changeling sitting out in the middle of the map. Oh, will the... No. That would have been a bit ridiculous if he'd managed to get much done with that there. As the medevacs are gonna push in. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, we've got some Marines running around. Pick off some more creep tumors. Marines unload at the back here. The Banelings doesn't manage to get anything. This 3 health Cloak Banshee rolls in again, hoping to have been forgotten about. However, Reynor still had that Overseer available. And that goes down. He's built the sensor tower here at the 3rd. So I give him some warning of when those Ling Mains can try and roll in. Managed to scoop up his Marines here before the Zerglings get to them. We're going to see a push into the... Yeah, good luck attacking into that. I know there's only 1 tank, but... Well, it's one hell of a funnel and a choke to get through. GuMiho cleans up the changelings, doesn't want any doppelgangers running around. Yeah, I'm not sure that was really worth it. Killed about 2 marines for quite a few banelings, although not sure it's really relevant with all so many zerglings running around. Gonna attack in here at the top again, but nothing really going. Natural's starting to get low. Third's not looking incredible either. Gonna need to take a 5th base at some point. That's going... Jesus. How many... Okay, 132 lings. That is a large number of zerglings, especially with the 94 drones backing up. You just built infinite zerglings. So look, main base, almost mine. Oh, another attack happening here on the right. Those marines get scooped up. Picks off the fire bat. Decides that 15 tank shots is all he really needs to take. And backs off again. GuMiho not really able to move out here. But at the same time, Reynor's struggling to push into this turtle at all anywhere. What's happening? Oh, never mind. As I say that, 2 Nidus Worms drop down in the main. And there's a few marines. There's a ghost running back, but yeah, no. Decides against. Also tried to push in the middle while that was happening. Used the old Nidus distraction. Picks up a couple of siege tanks. Pulls them in. Kills them. Runs away. Giving them the old... I'm trying to think of a way of describing that isn't too explicit and completely failing there. So... Ah yes, the good old 3 medevacs to clear the single zergling that was blocking the expansion. It's this marine is just running around like, please let me in! Guys, please! As the medevacs are just, oh yeah, no, you can get in! Drives away. As, at this point in the game, I think, well, just scan everything. I mean, he has 7 orbital commands. I think he's allowed to do that at this point, as he's just in the, well, that upgrade exists. I guess I might as well get it stage of the game. This command center will fly in, see a singular zergling, call in the 3 medevacs. That is an overkill number of marines to deal with a single zergling. As, whoop, can try and pick up this tank here. Picks up a bunch of marines as they're dropping out. Doesn't manage to get the ghost. As more Nidus Worms are making their way into the main. Boosting the medevacs in to deal with that. And what's going to happen in the middle of the map while this is happening? Answer, not a lot. Oh, now he's pushing in. Yeah, that a number of banelings was never going to be enough to deal with that. But, whoop, that will be. Kills off a few marines there. A lot of them get into the medevacs, but there is no way that command center is going down now. Not for a little bit. As a whole bunch of marines get killed here. GuMiho, just like us, looking the wrong way there. There's another... Well, I don't think he can... Oh, he might be able to pick off those banelings. See how good his... No, decides to back off there. And... more queens in the... Oh! Okay, we just had a little bit pause there for a second. Looks like there were some lag problems. Alright, we've got that cleaned up now. As... Oh, zergling attacks. So it's against it. In flyer attacks of flyer carapace now. The Ultralisk Cavern is down. Do we have any fun units yet? No. No, he has the tech. He's going double Spire, no Greater Spire. As this base that GuMiho has been desperately trying to expand to here in the top left, looks that Reynor's just decided to go, yeah, I think this is the right time. Gonna whack down a hatchery up here. Get it, do the dance for the scan. He's also taking this base on the right, but that one's not going to happen. As GuMiho's pushing out. I don't think GuMiho can take this base either, mind you. But Zerglings, nope. They see more command centers. I think some of these will be turning into planetaries. As this turtle is going to be quite difficult to deal with. There are huge numbers of ghosts out now. And are they going... Oh, yep, gets the snipe on the Viper. Does manage to get one of them. I think I'd take a ghost for a Viper somehow. More command centers. Gonna push into the top left here. Banelings and Zerglings rolling in. Siege tanks and Liberators putting in work. Does manage to force the cancel. He's set up the base on the bottom right here. Probably going to need a little bit of static defense to make that stay there. Moving the command center over now. Gonna guess he's going to build a planetary on the location there the same way he is down in the bottom right here. As they're both taking about half the map now. And that's probably going to favor GuMiho in the long run, although Reynor does have a truly ludicrous bank here at the moment, as he's getting his Greatest Spire and a bunch of Corruptors. So he's obviously, looks like he's decided that Broodlords is going to be the method for breaking. As he's now managed to creep up to the top left. That's going to require some scans to deal with. That's going to require units. He's pushed back down through the bottom here, but he can't even get close to this base. Although it is almost mined out now, as is pretty much all of Reynor's bases are feeling an excessive mineral pinch at the moment. Although a lot of GuMiho's bases are the same. He really wanted this top left base here. But is he putting down a missile turret to get vision? We're going to see it work. Oh, he's just putting... Wait, why is he putting down spore crawlers? I thought he'd be putting down spawn. Is he trying to shoot down the command center? His ghost is going to run in. Meanwhile, another push out in the middle of the map. Reynor sticking out to the side. Broodlords are slowly moving forwards. Zerglings run up to the top to deal with the SCVs that were trying to kill those spore crawlers. As more movement in the middle of the map. Siege tank sets up. Some more... Oh, Broodlords run into the ghosts. I think that works out okay for them. They've got the Overseers. They can make it difficult for the snipes to come off. But if they ghosts manage to stay back, fungal growths here putting in a huge amount of work as well. Meaning that the ghosts are revealed, they can't hide, and they can't snipe either while the fungal growth is on them because the damage cancels it. As the Broodlords poke forward, deal some damage to the planetaries, and then fall back. Taking down the rocks now. Building a bunch of Vikings and Thors to deal with these Broodlords. As more Zerglings, more Broodlords being warped in. Missile turrets being shot down. Moving forward to try and... Oop, some of these ghosts might be getting picked off. A bit hard to tell exactly what's happening here. So many units just... So many broodlings flying in and dying almost immediately. Good baneling hits there, I think. The Vikings are pushing in. Hitting some broodlords, hitting some overseers. Thor at the back. Providing more support. Corruptors move in. They're going to be able to deal with these Vikings. As the Banelings move forward, is he just going to kill a bunch of SCVs here? Possibly. Ooh, kills the Planetaries. Well, that hurts. There's Broodlords pushing forwards. Take down the Thors. Take down the tanks. Ghosts unable to snipe. Taking more and more damage. The Vikings and Corruptors, neither of them deciding they want anything to do with that fight. Patchery going down on the top left. Command centers flying around, unable to do much. I think this is where... Oh, Zerglings? No, they're not transitioning into the top of the map. Looks like GuMiho's going to try and clear out this base again. These Ghosts and Thor army. Hatchery completes. Zerglings run in. They're not going to be supported by the Broodlords for another little bit yet. SCVs are going to go down by droves there, as they're fighting over the minerals in that base. Drones falling back. GuMiho going to have the base for the moment, but where are these Broodlords? They're still sitting here in the bottom right, waiting to move forward. Base is going to go down in the top left, but no one gets it for the minute, and at the 3 o'clock base here on the right, that's a lot of Broodlords. The Liberators are going to move in, but that's not going to be a lot of damage. Doesn't quite get this planetary down, but does a fair chunk of damage to it. Creep's going to get pushed back here. More workers running in, more workers about to die. These Hellbats are looking at all of these creep tumors and just wondering why they're not paid enough to deal with that number of creep tumors. It's Ghosts running in. Scans dealing with all the buried Zerglings here. Meanwhile, the Broodlord's pushing in on the right. Reynor deciding that, well, if he's going to take that base, I'm going to take... Sorry, if he's going to take that expansion, I'm going to take his entire base. GuMiho responding in kind as he's pushing forwards now. And that's going to be a difficult force to deal with. There's a lot of... That's 20-odd Ghosts. Although, a good half dozen Banelings rolling in there, and that's game over. Reynor continues to have units and money to build more. GuMiho's starting to run low on both. He really needs to get this base down. He really needs to get mining there. His land's command center, and that's another 4 orbital. That's another 4 mules. Sends him in. Planetary is about halfway done. Reynor gets a base in the bottom right. It's not fully there. Some of the minerals have been stolen, but gonna put another base down at the 9 o'clock. As more broodlings pushing into the main here, and not sure there's a brilliant way of dealing with this at the moment. There's what, 20, there are still 20 ghosts on the field, and that is a large number of ghosts. There's also a large number of liberators, but they're not very good in air-to-air. Vipers wandered in here just to have a look. Another push over here on the left-hand side. That's not going to go very far. This Viper has successfully committed suicide to Liberators, which is an achievement. Did get the... Oh god, don't. Just send the one off into the corner, GuMiho. More pushing back. He's managed to push a long way here on the left. There's a long way onto creep. Picks up. Gets out of there. Now, where are these Zerglings going to go? Are they going to try and run into this planetary? Decide against it. That number of workers around, and I think there's a huge amount they could have done up here. Marine's going to drop off in the middle of the pile. Reynor is slowly pushing forward. Surprised he hasn't tried to deal with any of this production yet. Broodlords sitting over a spore cloud. Viking gonna go down. Vipers using said spore cloud to build themselves up. There's the Ghost. Ooh, get the EMP on the Infestors. That's a good get there. Throw down a few snipes. Back off. There is still a full energy Infestor here. So that can deal with those Ghosts. Ghosts hiding away from the SCVs. Sorry, from the Broodlings. As a lot of Reynor's production going down here, and he hasn't really lifted it off or built anywhere else. So that money that he's finally getting some of that he can't really use right now. Marines pushing in. How the Broodlings gonna do? Oh, big fungal growth, and the Broodlords are gonna pound. Oh, that's most of those Marines going down. Managed to get the EMP onto those Vipers, but they're just going to absorb some more, consume some more Spore Crawlers. The odd Sniper's going down, but with all of these Broodlings, it's going to be very difficult to actually get a decent number of snipes off. Can't just... It takes more than one snipe to kill a Broodlord. And the Ultralisks running in as well here with their 7 armor. Marines aren't going to be doing much to them. And that's... Yeah. Reynor just gets more stuff and runs through him. How... not as much more as I expected. Let's... Oh yeah, only 800 Zerglings. That's honestly for a 30-minute game, not that many. Regardless, after that grinding siege, GuMiho, Reynor is up 2-0, and we've got one more game. On to game 3 now. Data C. Reynor up in the top right, playing to stay in the upper bracket, and the bottom left is GuMiho. Wow, that last game, I must say, was quite a slog. The sitting around there on 5-6 bases each, and GuMiho, must say it was an excellent feat of turtling by GuMiho. He had about half the bases for a lot of that game, but when you put up about 15 planetaries, makes things difficult for the Zerg. It really does. Because you've got to, at that point, you've got to make something other than Lings and Banelings, and Zergs really don't seem to like doing that. Against Terran, at least. And I know, the Ghost just kills everything that isn't a Zergling super efficiently. But sometimes it is the right time to build Infestors and Broodlords. Sometimes you got to go back to the Wings of Liberty style, even though, boy, was Fungal broken back then. Nonetheless, pretty standard start here. Both sides getting their expansions down. GuMiho actually went, if I'm not mistaken, Command Center first, which you don't see every day. Reynor, conversely, went for Spawning Pool first, which you also don't see every day. Possibly concerned about the... it's a big map, he's going to cheese me there. Therefore, he's not going to expect me to think about cheese, so he'll cheese me approach to the game, which, understandable. Reaper is making its way out now. Few Zerglings running across the map. These are gonna be pretty early, and that's a lot of Zerglings under production, actually, for this point in the game. Got his one base of... got his gat. Yeah. I can speak good. But no, he's 8 Zerglings at... before the 3-minute mark. One Reaper's not going to deal with that very well. Got the wall down at least, so that will help him. But These Zerglings and the Reaper looking at each other. Meanwhile, these Zerglings are going to sneak into the base. The Reaper's going to see a bunch more Zerglings running towards it. Zerglings jump on top of the supply depot, begin battering that down. Oh, this is not good. This is about 10 Zerglings in the main. Doing a good job of fighting them off with the probes. Sorry, the SCVs. But more SCVs are going down here. It does have a Hellion now, but 6, 7... Oh, that's 7 SCVs gone down. An 8th now. 2 Zerglings make it out. And behind this, the droning up has occurred. And... well, the Roach Warren goes down. Is he just going to make a big Roach push? Now that he's got an 8 worker lead. 3rd command center going down. That is a choice. Immediately, yep, gets his orbital. Getting ready to reactor out Hellions. Gets his tech lab barracks. Starport finishing up his tech. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got another bunch of Zerglings being made. Gonna back it up with Roaches, or is he just gonna flood Lings? Would not be... oh! Those 2 Hellions are not in a good place. They saw something they did not want to see. Back at home. Well, there's gonna be 2 Hellions. Definitely not complete wall. Starport going up. Runs in. Is he going to be able to get the surround on these Hellions? SCV's trying to help. And another couple of another 2 SCVs going down. There's enough Hellion. Oh, runs in. Sees the tech lab Starport. So he knows at some point there's going to be a Banshee. These slow Roaches are making the way across the map now. Another 22 Lings going to back them up. That's going to be a large number of Lings. Is morphing in his Ravagers. Getting ready to push in here. Gonna be a handful of Marines, a couple of Hellions, and soon after this attack comes in, and Banshee. GuMiho pretty much just ignoring the low ground here. As the Ravagers run in. Oh, he's flooded the ramp. That's a lot of... oh, that's 15 SCVs are already down. And 20 yeah, that's game. Reynor pushes through kind of easily and just demolishes GuMiho in that last game. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Friday Night StarCraft. Sure, we'll go with that. Some of you, I'm sure, are in the Australian time zone. And I hope to see you again next week.